and welcome to the Open Virtual Film Project. This video covers the grid decal actor, which will work with Unreal 5.1 and later. Be sure to have the OVFP plugin installed before you begin. There's a tutorial on how to do that, links for deep dive videos on the various tools provided, and a walkthrough of my workflow when working on films in the description. To start with the tool, we're going to spawn one out into the world. To do that, we're going to open the OVFP menu, either by clicking the drop down here, Open OVFP menu, or clicking the Open OVFP menu button here. When it opens, to spawn a grid decal actor into the world, click in the bottom right hand corner, click the Spawn Grid Decal button, and that'll spawn one out in front of you. I'm going to drop it down onto the surface, and you can already see it working. What it's doing is creating a grid of lines across the surface. If I scale it up and down, the grid will dynamically update to the size of the decal. And if I drag it over some objects in my scene, you'll see it starts to project that grid onto the objects in the X and Y direction, as well as the Z direction. In the details panel, we have a few different options, including the brightness of the lines, the scale of the grid. So right now I have set it to 1 meter. So every one of these boxes is 1 meter by 1 meter. I could set it to 1 foot by 1 foot, or 3 foot by 3 foot. A parameter for the thickness of the line, some parameters for just offsetting the grid, if I wanted to line it up with something in any of the directions. The color of the grid, so if I wanted to make the grid green instead of red. The color of the grid that occurs on the Z direction, as you see this rock here, has got a blue line on it. The blue lines are also occurring every 3 feet. And then the ability to turn on and off the X direction, the Y direction, and the Z direction. This tool is super useful for laying out scenes, so I can set these to be roughly that far apart, or as a visual reference as you're having a conversation about a scene of how far objects are apart. By default, if you hit the G key, it does not disappear. However, if you want it to be toggleable with the G key, select your object, go to Details panel, and search for Game, and turn on Actor Hidden in Game. That way, you can quickly toggle it on and off. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching.